Okay, we'll start with our Cupcake square sorter. So these have different colors in the bottom and the different squared colors, so they're sorting and matching by color and putting them into the correct bin. So we're working on reaching, grasp, putting objects in, taking them out of the tray. The blocks are soft, are a little bit of nice sensory input, working on visual perception, eye-hand coordination, and sorting. The next one is your clothespins, and this might be your standard fine motor task. You're working on pinching, putting it onto the bin, taking it off of the bin. But the really cool thing that they have here is this spongy adaptive tool, in which case you can use that full grasp to open it instead of your pincher, and full grasp to take it off. You could count these, you could have them take them off only, you could have them put them on only. You're working on a lot of fine motor, as well as grabbing, reaching, crossing the midline, visual perception. Yeah, so these are very versatile as well. The next things we have are these sorters. This one is a little more interactive and colorful. You can push down and these open. All of them have different colors, numbers, and textures, so that's really nice for some sensory input. And that all of them fit until you rotate it the right way, and then you push it down. So this one is a little less colorful, more homemade, but it requires the use of a stabilizer hand to hold the top tower. So these are also textured and fun. You can slap them through with some ease, but you really want to stabilize it with your other hand. The next one is this pegboard. It's a soft foam pegboard, and you're working on reaching, grabbing, sorting, picking out the right color, and then you can work on pushing them into the pegboard or into each other. You can also have them make different shapes. You can stack them up. You can do it according to color, and you can also have them work on pulling them out. So that one is working on removing the pegs from the board, sorting. Our next toy would be our little magnetic small cube. So this is working on fine motor as well. Not every side of the cube has a magnet, so they need to find the side that has a magnet and place it onto the top. They can work on making shapes with these ones as well. They can also work on stacking them. And another good thing with small fine motor things is to have them in their hand and to work on putting one up from their hand while still holding those other in their hand. And then also the opposite, holding them in their hand and picking something up in their grasp. So that pincher to palm transfer. These are some popular fidget spinners. They suction cup to the table, so they're hard to fall on the ground, which is really awesome. And they're very colorful, soft, silicone. They spin, so you're working on sensory input. You're working on, that tactile input as well. And it's a nice, easy toy for them to figure out and to play with. The next one would be these stackers. These colorful things can be sorted by color. They're really interesting weight. They're wiggly and jiggly. They have rigid texture on them, so they offer a lot of sensory input. You're working on precision and accuracy again with putting them onto the center stick. The next one we have is plastic beads that connect to each other. So you'll have to line up the dot to the hole and push it in, and they connect. They all have different texture on them, so that's another sensory thing. Bilateral coordination, crossing the midline, visual perception, all of those come into play, as well as pulling, pushing. The next one is this penguin ball shooter. The idea is when they squeeze, the ball will shoot from the mouth. So we have to align the ball into the penguin's mouth and then squeeze it out. So they could work on two hands, or they could work on one. And then working on your hand strength, grip strength. And then the very last one are the bubble tongs. So these are really great for practicing crease cutting skills. You can also work on grabbing and transferring an object and putting it into something else. And working on hand strength, visual motor. So thank you.